Hey guys, so I've been home all day long and I just felt like I need to go outside just a little bit, but I'm not going to go outside. I'm just going to go to the swimming pool area. So this is the living space area. They have a TV somewhere there. I don't know where I want to sit, but let's see. Okay. I love this place, guys. I love it. Even though I feel like I'm only here for another couple of days or couple of weeks, but I really love this place. I want to sit somewhere. Oh, maybe there. That's where we're gonna go. And it's been a bit chilly today. Like it hasn't been like hot. Otherwise, I would have come here and swim or something. I should probably go where the fire is, but I think I'm gonna sit here. That's the other side of the building. I love, love, love this. So, guys, I don't know if you can hear me because it's kind of windy here, but I figured, let me just talk to you a little bit. I've been home all day long. It's actually, I think it's 6 p.m. Yeah, 6 p.m. right there. So, anyway, I wanted to talk about something, and I know you guys are probably guys. By the way, I know I'm always going all over the place, but by the way, um, this place here is beautiful. Okay, it's beautiful. Talking about manifesting your dreams. I feel like I actually made it happen, but that's another story for another day. We go into it at some point. But anyway, so the topic that I wanted to talk about is really a conversation or conversations that I've had so far with some of my girlfriends and just chit chatting about life and, where we are financially, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Okay. And so I think this is better. I don't know. What do you guys think? But anyway, so one of the conversations lately has been about adulting. You guys already know how I feel about the whole adulting being a scam, but the conversation has really been about it. Like why are we here? Like guys, I still remember when I was in my 20s thinking that I was going to become. Maybe I am, right? Maybe I am, but I feel like this is not how I picture my life. So I was talking to a little cousin of mine. She's a teenager, and then she's telling me about things that she wants to do. She's pretty ambitious. I used to be her at some point, I used to be her, pretty ambitious. I wanted to live that life and all of these things. And it's so funny. Like you actually look at your life like 10, 20 years later. I mean, maybe not 20 years, but like 10, 15 years later, and you just like, why am I still here? There are so many things that I would have loved to accomplish, so many things that I would have loved to see happen. And I had to kind of like take you guys here so that you can also visualize, just like I visualize everything that happened to me. I visualize where I wanted to be in life, the places that I wanted to live in, and really how I wanted my life to happen. But talking lately to my girlfriends has just like all of us are in our 30s, right? And we're still having the same conversation as in we don't have it all together. And that's okay if you don't have it all together. Some of my girlfriends are married with children. Some of them are, they're in a partnership. They have a boyfriend or fiance, whatever. And some of them are single, no children whatsoever. And then some of them are married, but they're looking to have children and they cannot. I mean, for years and years, they've been trying. And it's just that thing. Do we ever get it all together? Like, are we ever going to get to a place where we feel like, you know what, girl, I got it? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think we can aim for better because that's the goal of life, right? Like, you have to aim for bigger, better, bolder, But at the end of the day, I think life just throw punches and you just have to be throwing punches back. Like, I don't even know if I'm making sense at this point. But all I'm trying to say is this: we don't have it all together. And when I hear the single women talking, right, many of them want to be in a relationship, many of them want to be married, many of them want to have children. And it's always something that is like a missing ingredient, right? Like you want to make a cake, but you don't have flour. It's always that missing ingredient that we feel like we still don't have it all together. Some of us actually don't want to be married. I have girlfriends, they don't want to be married. Like, they stay with a partner, but they're not really interested in being married or having children. And that's also okay. So I was talking to a girlfriend of mine, one specific girlfriend of mine who has children. She's married, happily married and everything. And then she was just telling me how she feels like when it comes to her career, she's still like way behind compared to like some of us, who kind of like prioritize that. And I was like, no. Like when I look at you, I feel like you have it all. Like I feel like you have the loving husband, you have the children, you have, that support system, and you also have a career. I mean, she has a good career, but eventually she will want to have even more. And I feel like we're always going to be looking at the grass is greener on the other side. Like when you look at social media, guys, recently, okay, you guys know, anyway, I'm talking to you on YouTube, so you already know I watch YouTubers a lot. And there are those YouTubers that. So, guys, at this point, there was no sound, okay? I don't know what happened, but there was no sound. And I figured, let me just catch you up with what I was saying. So, I was basically talking about YouTubers in the 20s, living, that lavish lifestyle, living in penthouses in New York, in LA, and so forth. And I'm just like, what happened? Like, what happened? Like, did we just miss the memo? Like, what happened? Like, you're 21, living in freaking New York City in a penthouse. And I'm looking at my life. I'm like, okay, it's good enough, but it's like at 21, I didn't even know what I wanted to do at 21. I was going to school to be an accountant, and that's pretty much it. Like, I didn't, yeah, that was it. That was it. I didn't even know how my life was going to unfold. And I see those millennials. I mean, I'm also a millennial, if you can say like that. But I see those younger generation in the 20s and just living the life and being unapologetic and just traveling the world. And I'm like, I was too broke to be traveling the world, right? Like, it took me a lot of years. And I think it's also programming, right? It's also programming. It depends the environment in which you were born, the environment that kind of shaped you. Because guys, like, it's not the same. It's not the same. Like being an African girl and having, like growing up in Africa, you always reminded to look for something safe. So there's always that security thing. I mean, people, it's like don't take risk because risk is expensive. Taking risk is expensive, and you don't know if you're gonna fail. So go for something secure, something that will bring you that money at the end of the month, something that you don't have to kind of like, I mean, you don't have to overthink it, right? So even the whole thing of like, I want to become a businesswoman. I want to, run businesses and have companies and hire people and travel the world. Even my own parents, people around me were looking at me like, girl, who do you think you are? Some of my friends, who do you think you are? Because people just felt like that's a bit too bold, because we are taught a certain way. We are taught to just get by, have a job, be successful, but not too successful. And I love Chimamanda, right? For you people who read and then you read books and then you love Chimamanda Ngozi. I don't know if you say Ngozi, but Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Guys, I'm sure I butcher her name, but I just call her Chimamanda, okay? I loved when she was invited into this conference and then she had this talk because she's always talking about feminism. She was having this conversation about, the things that they tell girls, how society actually shaped girls for playing it safe, like be smart but not too smart. Be successful but not too successful. Otherwise, you will intimidate the men. And I feel like that's exactly how I grew up, right? I grew up with a certain level of like, awareness that you're not supposed to be too much of something because otherwise the goal was to be somebody's wife and that somebody would not want you to exceed or maybe surpass whatever he's doing currently. And I grew up like that, right? And it's really funny how eventually I've always been a rebel. Like even when I was in Cameroon, not just the US, because many people love to say, "Oh, you've been Americanized." No, I've always been a rebel. I've been somebody who questions the norm, who questioned the way cultural, like roles, like genders roles, but we've been taught a certain way, right? And then when you grow up, you start making your own mind, thinking your own thing, you want to dream bigger, and then you become your own person, and then you feel like this is who I want to be. And even when you achieve all of that, right, there's always this missing thing telling you, girl, you still don't got it together. Like, you still, like, there's still something missing, right? There's something missing. Lately, it's been the conversation about, I mean, with my single friends and single acquaintances, it's been the conversation about kids, right? Because I think when you get to your 30s, many people give you the advice that even though you don't find the perfect partner, the right, husband or whatever, at least have children because, women, we have, a biological clock. So, so it becomes another burden, another thing you have to worry about. And also, like, and then you start questioning yourself, like, should I just, spread my legs, get pregnant, and then be a single mom? Because that's also another ball game, another different, field you have to kind of play in, and it's not easy. I look at single moms, and I'm just like, I raise my hat to you because I don't know how they do it. So it's just this whole thing, right? Like whether you have it, I mean, as in whether you have the children or not, you still there's still something missing. Lately, I was talking to a girlfriend of mine, and then she was telling me about this beautiful friend of hers who had a beautiful career, and then she got pregnant with twins, and then she went into it wasn't just postpartum depression. It was actually, I mean, she called it something. If I remember the name, I'll put it on the screen. But right now, the girl, I mean, she's in a mental health institution, and just like that, she lost it all, right? And I think her babies are probably somewhere with social services. I don't know what's going on, but it's just this thing like, do we ever have it all together? I don't think so. And I think it's really unfortunate because we keep on comparing ourselves to the woman next door, oh, look at her, look at her life, blah, blah, blah. Like, she doesn't have it together. Like, and I'm sure there are probably women out there who they can check all these boxes, have an amazing husband, have an amazing career, have an amazing health. I have my finances in check and all of these things. I'm sure there are women who can check all these boxes, but deep down, if you do talk to them, they will still tell you there's something that I don't have. And I think it's just okay, this whole thing of like, we're supposed to already, like we're supposed to figure it out by age 30. It's a lie. Who says it's going to be by age 30? Some of us figure it out at 50. Some of us it will be at 40. And some of us is 19. I see this 19 years old. I mean, you're going to tell me they're not mature enough to understand certain things of life, of course. But then looking at them and what they do, and then social media, whether you're an influencer or you're a content creator or whatever, that's also something, right? Like you shouldn't be looked down upon just because this is your job full time, because some of them are making a lot of money. Like, I'm just like, I wish I would have started YouTube when I was 19. I mean, I was 19, I was still in Cameroon, and then internet, yeah. No, I wish I would have started YouTube when I was like 20, 21, because then I was already in the US. I wish I would have started when I was still in school, because I feel like when you're in university, you have many friends, and then, your subscribers list, and then, like people see you grow and stuff like that. But also, it also comes with like a lot of like body image issues, people criticizing you, people telling you why are you doing this with your life, your decision making process is impacted by other people telling you what they think you should do, right? Anyway, I just thought I would just touch base on that because lately I've been, not that I'm going through something, guys. I'm actually good. I'm good. Hopefully, you guys can hear me out. I'm good, but lately I've just been pondering. Like, I look at people around me, people that I thought they had it all together, and I look at them and I'm just like, wow, all of us, we're a mess, you know? Like, nobody has it all together, like all of us, whether it's the married friend, whether it's the friend who is traveling, her finances are in check, and like everybody is suffering somehow in some shape or form. And that's not just, I'm not talking about like suffering as in it hurts or you crying or you depressed, but I'm talking in terms of like there's always something missing that we all wish we had. But you know what? Life is the way it is, and then you just got to deal with what you can. Anyway, life is beautiful. Whew, that's it. So I'm just gonna chill here. I'm gonna edit some videos. I'm gonna be, going through Instagram memes because I feel like Instagram has a lot of funny videos. I just wanted to take the time to sit down here. It's a bit chilly, but you know what? It's bearable. It's not really cold, so I can sit here for like maybe another 30 minutes and just, enjoy the view. Really enjoy the view. And lately, I've just been feeling grateful because I feel like many things that I've written down, I actually manifested them. Yes. Even though you have to hustle, okay? You have to hustle in order to make ish happen. But then I manifested a lot of things that, I wrote down like a month ago. And I look at my life and then I'm just like, wow, it's coming. Like, so anyway, that was just no chit chat conversation. Let me know, guys, what you think about the topic. Like, do we have it all together? Like, do you, like, I'm talking to you guys, do you have it all together? And I know I made this video all about women, but I will be glad to also hear from men watching this video. What do you think? Anyway, guys, I'm gonna catch you in the next vlog. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.